Wow, it's like the Olympics or something here. I'm getting excited.
I think Chad is bouncing, bro. I like Chad.
Okay.
Wow, definitely
Something.
the most fast and
All right,
furious
something-
chat that we've
No,
seen. It's like
right.
Vin Diesel over here. It's like
Man.
quarter mile in under 10 seconds here.
You need to clean your room, bro. This guy's. Listen, he's not trying to hurt your feelings, but he's being realistic.
All right, things to key important things that refer to the match instead of the room. So
Okay, sorry, I got it out of control.
dire wolves are still on the blue side. They chose blue side because they were the losers of the last match, and they're going to keep the same 3 bans, keeping the Shen and the Kaisa ban, and keeping the Akali ban as well. Jin, Maokai, and Viego banned out from the Bonobos.
Malphite is up, just FYI, and
Ooh.
on Vayne for very wet.
Just
They left it
naturally.
really up.
Okay.
Yep, but they did a takeaway pick though. Remember, the AD carry does play Vayne, did just play Vayne, played Vayne in the finals as well. So it's not just a pick that Very Wet is known for and has played. It's a takeaway. So it's a two-ski, as we like to say up here in Canada.
Ooh!
Toonie Tuesday.
Who do you like? Do you like Silver Bolt or do you like Style? Because that's what we're getting in the bot lane. Vayne versus Samira.
Samira's stronger right now, I think. I think that Mike or Very Wet is taking away, so Samira doesn't have a comfort champ. I really don't understand exactly what's going on there. I think that Direwolves thinks that Aurelia wasn't the problem. Like that they don't think they think they have an answer. Soraka mid, I've heard.
Cat is
Malzahar.
They picked the Malzahar to prevent the cat pick. That's why they're picking that. You do not want to pick Cat into Malzahar, but Vincent's gonna take someone else. I don't know if he's gonna stick with the Zoe, but Aurelia would be also difficult to play because Malzahar definitely is gonna be pushing waves into her. We were asking the Direwolves to pick more wave clear in their mid lane and to pick a different AD carry. I don't know if they've got a direct feed to this stream, but they're doing exactly that. And we're gonna see this game too on some different terms, on some different ground. And now we're having the second round of bans coming up. Malphite taken away first.
Indeed. I'm very questionable about this Zoe pick because Malzahar's passive spell shield.
No, it's meta. It's a good choice.
It's
strong. Played in Korea.
Of course, Zoe is strong. But I'm just concerned about Zoe's ability to bully the Malzahar out of lane. Zoe is definitely a champion that wants to push lane, bully their opponent, and then look for roams.
Yeah, but Zoe has the ability that she can poke Malzahar from far away and not have to go in for CS, right? While being also... I just feel like Malzahar pushes lane, roams with 6, tries to lock someone down for kill. Zoe has the ability to equal that roam and to jump around quickly to really get going. So Broken Bonobos seem boosted.
We're going to see if their picks are broken or whether they have the recipe for a second win. And they're having a very different team, and their first only Braum remains the same on this boosted Bonobos team. Still the jungler left. Oh, still the top laner left to pick.
So, for those who are unaware, there is a Lilia build that is really, really prominent when you have an AP mid laner, and that is Moonstone Renewer, Staff of Flowing Water.
What does that combo do?
That combo still allows you to pump out a massive amount of damage at the same time allowing you to heal and increase the movement speed of your allies, because Moonstone Renewer actually heals the more damage you do, or whenever you do damage.
AP? Like, why do you say it's built specifically with an AP mid?
Because if Lilia is the only real source of AP you have, then Lilia is the only source of AP damage, which you want that more damage. You want that standard or Liandry's demonic embrace to pump out more of that damage. When you have another AP champion that can actually carry the game, then it allows you to not rely so much, because because of Lilia's passive, is unchanged by anything. It still does the same amount of damage when you hit people with abilities. It's only passive doesn't change, which allows her to still pump out a decent amount of damage, but at the same time providing more utility to her team in the form of healing and movement speed buffs.
I think these comps are better from both teams. I actually think that this is an extremely even game. I think there's a lot of solutions to each kind of question that the other team's asking. I think the 3v3, like I said, was originally the Olaf, Vayne, Thresh have a lot of tools. I'm not sure if those tools really activate until Olaf hits 6, but they might be able to chain the axes with a Thresh, Hook, and Flay. But Samira, Braum, and Lilia can do it. Like if Braum puts an auto and a Q on different people, they might just get a double or a triple kill. So I think we're going to see some work in the bot lane. Because Ornn's going to be left. Ornn, Jax. Ornn might just go tier. Might try that Huni build. Just try to live on the
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Bro, you spam and then you end up in team fights and you just like, hey, I'm here. I didn't do anything all game, but it's 20 minutes. It's time to rock.
I do see a big difference between these two teams, and the difference is in ease of play. When you look at a team of Ornn, Olaf, Malzahar, Vayne, Thresh, the only one that's a really high skill level to play is Vayne, yes. possibly Thresh. So the other three are really kind of point and click, great alts. Olaf super strong early, really objective focus. Everyone's pretty straightforward. But when you look over to the boosted Bonobos, Jack's top lane, he can get massive 2 or 3 items and could run circles around Ornn, but is he going to get there? Can he get out of lane and do something, or can he push and really challenge an inhibitor? You have Lilia, who is not going to be able to face the Olaf one-on-one, and if Olaf lands that key pivotal first axe, that could be lights out for the deer. It could be a 30-on-6 right in the rear end. Zoe, again, much more difficult to play than Malzahar. You have to be able to land that Sleepy Treble Bobble, land those long-range snipe shots. Samira, again, also, you're not instantly useful. You're not one of the strongest AD carries just on your own. You've got to have resources put towards you. And then once you have that lead, then you're that unstoppable monster. It's a big difference between these comps. And personally, as we are a mid-level league here in the LAS, I really like the Direwolves comp. I'm going to go out and say the Direwolves win this game with ease of play comp.
Something else with that ease of play that I want to keep in mind, who has Engage on both teams? Ornn, of course. Ornn is probably the best champions for Engage because of his ultimate.
Malzahar, Flash, bro. Get in.
Flash R on a key carry. What key carry do you really want to see go down? Most of the time it's going to be a Samira or a Jax. One of them dives in, you just hit them with R and they're just out of the fight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you look over and they have some form of secondary engage with Thresh, allowing to get a hook, come in, get a flay. There's plenty of engage over on the Direwolf side. Meanwhile, you look over to the Bonobos, you got Lilia, who's going to want to fish for ease. You're going to want Zoe, who's also going to want to fish for Sleepy Trouble Bubbles. And you have Braum, which is not necessarily the best engage tool. It's a good counter engage, a good secondary engage, but at the same time, there are still more and better options over on the Direwolf side.
Waff, just one point. If you could just slightly turn up your volume somehow. The chat is just saying they would love to hear a little bit more of you. Just sound a little bit quiet. If you can somehow do that.
I not want to hear more.
Okay, all right.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's probably Trudeau or the RCMP trying to cut me off. Restrict my voice.
Probably.
Yeah.
But here we have it. Game 2 starting to load up. We're having the boosted Bonobos a little bit off their standard picks. They pick some picks that they they haven't played a lot in the regular season. They have played them a little bit, but they're not their main picks. So if they can show that they can win and clutch the grand tournament here with their secondary picks, wow, they're going to be a hard team to contest once Season 2 comes around. And yeah, frankly, I can't wait to face them again.
We're gonna get them. You know it.
Oh, absolutely. Getting our team together. We're going to be getting to practice soon. We're going to be trying some things out in the preseason tournament starting February 2021. That's right. We're in 2021. The regular season starting in the spring. So get your team registration. Try to get 7 players together and submit it on the website. We're seeing a spread start from each of these teams. And it's just going to be standard starts. Nothing too wild. Anything jump out at you guys in the summoners, or how anything is shaken out?
Everything seems to be pretty standard.
Yeah.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. One thing I will point out, once again, the Direwolves have TP advantage, having that TP in the mid lane as well as the top lane, as Bonobos only have it in the top lane. Zoe did go for the Electrocute, which is a much more dangerous and deadly build with the runes, instead of going for Unsealed Spellbook, which is still a pretty decent choice for Zoe, because you get all of these summoner spells, and you get access to Clarity, which is a really damn good spell to have. You cannot pick it normally, and it refunds. It gives you half of your maximum mana and 25% of the mana of all your allies around you, which is a really good spell to have, especially in lane. Usually get that the second time around with Unsealed Spellbook, allowing you to also get Hex Flash, Minion Dematerializer, so you can take care of those cannons, allowing you to roam faster. And Hex Flash works really well with Zoe's W, because every time she uses it, her W procs and she gets more damage out of it.
Okay, so is my mic better at all here, boys? Is it anything better? No? Yes?
It is a little bit, yeah.
It is better.
Yeah, a little bit?
Absolutely,
okay.
yeah. Run with that.
This Lilia gentleman has watched Lord of the Rings or something. All he does is like to play the ponies. He's about that pony life. He probably has a My Little Pony.
Very into the quadrupeds. Very into the quadrupeds. I
don't want to judge him. I'm not judging him. He seems to be really good on the pony.
I'd like to ask Virus directly: Is he a brony?
Oh, if he's in a furry costume right now, owning, give this guy checks. Give this guy the money, bro.
Twitch, you know, yeah.
Link's
give that guy affiliate. Come on.
We need answers. Can we get detectives, Twitch detectives on this chat? Figure this out.
Oh, and here Panzer is detecting that sudden death, and it's going to get some damage on the loft, and not going to be enough to take him out, but down to half, going to get him to fuse some pots. Did go with the biscuits as well, so not only drinking that red sweet juice, but also munching on those biskies.
Biskies.
We do have a little bit of a gank getting set up in the mid lane. Paris is just sitting there, but thanks to the safe nature of Malzahar, he's not really going to be in much danger unless they want to go for a dive. So Ferris just backs off.
A little bit different than last game, eh? So now you have Ferris actually playing not around the bot lane, right? Really not trying to path that way at all.
The real problem with Lilia is she doesn't have really good ganks until she gets 6 and
so sleep
with
is
her
6,
sleeps.
Right?
Yes,
okay,
that is her ultimate. Her sleep is 6.
Yeah, I usually don't know what's going on. She just comes in my lane. That's an 80 carry, just smashes me, and I'm just like, oh, pony.
That's what? Okay. Also, I want to update people because not everyone reads the patch notes. Zoe's W got reworked. It got reworked a little bit.
How much is a little bit?
They changed what items you can get from the minion bubbles. They removed one item and added quite a few more. The one item that got removed was redemption. Okay. No longer will you have to worry as a side laner that the enemy Zoe gets redemption as you're taking care of the enemy, whether you're the enemy top laner or the enemy duo. Oh, you're winning the fight, you get them low, and then redemption comes in from the Zoe and saves them. You don't have to worry about that anymore. However, a lot more of the new item actives got put into the bubbles. That includes a locket, Prowler's Claw, and a whole bunch more.
Bot lane here, they seem to be smelling each other a little bit, trying to pick up that ever so gentle musk. Yeah,
Okay.
we kind of have to with Vayne. Pretty short bolt range. You know, you can't really get that long range whiff. You really got to get in there.
I mean, both ADCs are short range ADCs. Samir arguably shorter than Vayne because she wants to get in and with those melee attacks. But something to keep. There is something I do want to say. The common build for Samira in Immortal Shield Bow Collector. That's the common build. That's what everyone, high elo, mid elo, low elo, that's what they all build. I don't like Collector as a second item, but I'll get to that as bot lane is getting attacked.
Absolutely, Pan's going to be hit with the slow, but so is Vayne. He's going to be hit with some more damage. Heal's going to be enough. We're going to have the teleport's going to come. It's going to be a 4-on-3, and Direwolves are going to be changing it. Suppression here from Malzahar as he's going to help push the wave, and a real quick response from the Direwolves are going to get that first blood over to Yukimoto. Again, in the bot lane, you said this game was different. It's exactly the same. It's the same start.
No,
they baited me, bro. They baited me, bro, with some false advertising. This is nonsense.
Well, it's different. Okay, this time Yukimoto is on Olaf instead of Pantheon. He can just go right ahead and turn that into a first dragon here at 7 minutes. They're going to get not only the first blood, but the first objective as well. Yeah, I'll say it. This game's officially different from the first.
Not to mention, we're definitely not getting a Cloud Soul. Cloud Drake is first up. And now with Ocean Drake on the timer, we're either getting a Mountain or Infernal Soul. Both very, very helpful for both of these team compositions.
Malzahar looks 1,000 times more comfortable this game than he did last game.
He's just getting a little bit of trouble here, but I was thinking that even before you said that, even if he dies here, I still agree with you. He still looks a lot better on this Malzahar.
I said that.
Yes.
I said that and just gets embarrassed.
It's okay. He just didn't have ult there. Remember, he used ult on that bot lane when he went in for the teleport, as we're going to have Orin do a little bit of damage, and Lynx is just going to have to use that counter-strike, and just going to get out of that. He's going to try to get some safe farm under turret. But the game is shaking out just a little more different, but also top lane Reverse doing a little bit better than he was in the first game to start, at least.
Orin is a safe champion, man. Like, that is a safe pick. Make it through lane, survive, and then just show up on team fights.
I mean, Orin seems to be doing a lot more than surviving right now. Lynx is getting bullied out. He's pretty even, and he's going for the solo turret dive.
Nice flash there from Lance.
And that's going to be a solo kill, and we get a gank coming down in the bot lane. And the Ragnarok is getting called out, but with that Zoe out, you come right back to where you started, just like Yone E, and that's going to be it. As we have a 2v2 going down in the bot lane.
We got even more action than in first game. Thresh is going to get bursted out as Brom's going to attempt to finish. He's going to go ahead and land the Windsur's Bite on it as Vayne is going to continue on. Both bot laners are not wanting to end on this second date, but up at the top, the jungle is going to take on the jungle, and kills are going back here, there, fourth, and fifth, and everywhere, and I can't even put two words together. This is going on all over the map. There's fights going every single lane. I need to catch my breath.
You don't even know who. You don't even know who's fighting who at this point, right? Chaos all across the map. I bet comms are just a shit show. They probably yelling at each other.
Map wide. That was a 3-for-3. Zora getting very, very lucky, but he's getting a lot unlucky with the hit of the Q.
Oh my God, he's just.
That's
he wants to show, bro. This guy's cut it off part of his ear. He's going Van Gogh on this guy. He's just
Here's the problem with Zoe. She is very mobile and can easily bully the more immobile champions. For those who have seen the clip of Abadage on Zero from on Zoe, not Zero, on Zoe from the Miracle Run when he's the only one alive versus a Set. That basically explains it. Zoe can just dance around in Mobile Champions, doing whatever she wants, and unless you have some reliable point-and-click CC, there's nothing you can do about it. Malzahar didn't have the ult, so there's nothing he could have done about it. Now he does, so if Zoe tries that again, things could shake up a little bit differently.
But see, the same thing happened twice, so Sora really needs to learn is that he roams both times with his ult, gets kills for his teammates, and then goes back to lane, pushes mid lane in with Malzahar, doesn't have ult, and then dies in the 1v1. As we're having a fight in bottom, Panzer's going to get the slow on him. He's going to take one close to the tower, but not quite in. He just brings into a little bit closer to his death, but Olaf is going to try to help the wave. He can't go in 3-on-2, but with Malzahar, you could do a 3-on-3. I don't know if they're going to want it with one player down.
Malzahar, in my mind, Malzahar is supposed to push the wave in. He can do something here. What we got?
I'm just gonna back away to safety.
Okay, yeah. So Malzahar has the opportunity to push wave into tower, keep Zoe on tower, or risk losing farm and going behind. What Zoe is doing is blowing by the farm while somehow getting all the CS, and then just
for it.
Solo kill.
Yep.
Okay.
With the help of Olaf, you might not have got it without Olaf's help, but once again, uses the ult and gets a kill. First team 3 for 3. As long as Malzahar's not pushing without ult, he's doing everything he needs.
Yuki, man.
You know what that? You see what Olaf has as a trinket slot? That's a Rift Herald.
That's a Gore Drinker.
And he does have Gore Drinker too.
You're telling me they who did they do the little adjustment on? Zoe? So they adjust Zoe, but they won't adjust the Gore Drinker? Gore Drinker's wild as shit.
They are looking...
Right. Rito? Somebody? Help!
It did get a nerf about a month ago.
It did get a nerf.
80 carries are crying out. I'll speak for all 80 carries. Actually, no, it's actually not that bad anymore. Like, 80 carries are a pretty decent spot. Like, they're okay. They're not horrible.
I did recently check, and there's like about 8 or 9 of them that are above 50%.
Yeah, they're not.
The case a couple
Flash,
weeks ago.
Flash is forced out from Varus,
this
and a
could be
TP coming in from Jax, and they're just gonna back away, baiting out that TP.
They want to party.
Dragon's coming in. Ornn likes to hear the word party. He's got a barrel full of beer, and here he goes with his ult.
Oh, he hit the wall.
Yeah, that's raw, massive. Being able to stop the ult, and he's here in the backside. Bonobos are being able to do all kinds of damage
Where's
here,
the team?
and they're being able to bust them up. We're having a 2-for-1 now, 3-for-1 for the Bonobos.
Yuki's out here trying to one-punch people by himself. They were just zoned out. Vincent was just zoning them, man. Like, they were scared of the bubble. This Vincent dude is insanely good.
Indeed, he is.
And I personally have played against Soranaga. Like, that guy is good. He is a good player. So to watch Vincent do this to a good player is even more impressive to me.
Well, this game now is evened up in the gold and in the objective.
Oh, Jesus. That hit him harder than his first period. Oh, Jesus.
Well, that could be a confusing time for
It's gonna be a real confusing time for any guy.
A lot of emotions. There's a lot of things. What's happening? Why me? I thought I was a guy. I didn't think this could happen.
But some key things to keep in mind. Olaf did get the shutdown from Samira, so that's some more gold into his pocket. He does have the Gore Drinker completed. Now, it's going to be important for the Bonobos to actually build Grievous Wounds this time around. Instead, it will need some for the Samira, but Samira's low health enough that you can just blow her up without really needing it if you can chain the CC on her, or get a good Malzahar ult on her.
There we see Varus being able to smite out the buff as we see the counter-strike hitting too, and Olaf's in a lot of trouble. He's low, but Jax is just going to be able to get out. It's a 3-on-1 now, and it's going to be a 2-0 now for the Bonobos here on the top side. They are not just have 3 kills on their Samira, but they control top side of the map as well.
Ornn went fishing.
Indeed, but in mid lane, Sora did get first tower gold all by himself. So, and So that's an extra 450 gold into his pocket.
I think bot lane's trying to get blood from a stone here. I don't think they're doing. I think Verywood's having a rough series.
Now, would you consider putting Vayne to be able to get some safe farm either in mid or in top lane?
You need an insurance policy somewhere. You need to start roaming. You either do 3-1-1, you do 4-1. Like, who really can stand up against Zoe though? Like, Zoe will just poke them out of lane, right? And if Lilia gets,
I would say Olaf. I'd say Olaf can stand against Zoe because he tries to sleep. She tries to sleep him. He Ragnarok runs right at her. There's nothing she can do about it.
Yeah, but they have enough bursts where they could probably burst Olaf out in one combo from 2 players, like Zoe and anyone else. Like my issue is that you use Olaf to what? CS the wave with the axe, and everybody sits on tower while
It's not a long-term strategy.
It's not. I think they need to rotate Vayne into a side lane, get the farm, or put her in the team, and they have to try to push towers. They got to do something different. They're reactive right now.
Well, here we're having a proactive play from the Bonobos starting this Rift Herald, but the proactive play this time around not working for the Bonobos, and the Direwolves are not only going to pick up the kill on the jungler, going to get this Rift Herald as well, and let's see if they can turn this into more. Jax here on the back end, going to get all kinds of damage onto Mouse, who's going to continue moving up. A little bit of a mistake there, running right into the damage, and now Olaf's onto 2 people, and he's going to have a little bit of trouble finishing them down. Doesn't quite have the damage, as we're once again having fights all over the map. 2-on-2 in the bot lane, 2-on-1 here in the top. We're having Orin trying to get out. He's having a hard time because the red buff of Jax just won't let him get away. And now, 3-for-0, boost to Bonobos. They lost the Rift Herald, they lost their jungler, but they come fighting back with a 3-0 team fight win.
So here's my issue right now. Samira is, in my mind, a pretty soft counter. I don't know if you want to call it soft, hard counter to Orin.
Yeah, a bit. I just gotta stop you right there.
Yeah,
that was the engage. I don't think you thought he was gonna hit it, but here now they have to be able to get.
Coming in from Malzahar.
All these resources.
Ulting with Samira.
Oh, they have to follow up. They have to. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. I really
the
hope
Unbreakable is there.
It's a 3-on-3, but
now
Lilia's got full health. Oh wow! And this is what Lilia excels at.
Devastating.
The play was there. They could have done it. Malzahar wasn't wrong to go in on the Samira, but the team was already backing up when he did. It was just a little bit of herky-jerky. Do we go? Do we back? Do we go? Oh, we're going. All right. It wasn't enough. But here, once again, Olaf here in the fight. It's a 2-on-1, and he's actually looking like he's going to win this. Here on Samira, it could be a massive shutdown. This game is back to square one. Yuki's gonna drop the Rift, gonna get the double kill, and he's gonna get pressure elsewhere on the map as well. Let's not forget, there's also a dragon, and he's gonna be going for it. Let's see, Zoe.
89% kill participation. 8 of the 9 kills that the Bonobos, that the Direwolves have gotten, he's been a part of. 7 of which he's gotten himself. Now, they use the Rift Herald to break down the bot lane turret, which gives them a lot more leeway and a lot more space to go out and get these drakes. It is an Infernal Soul, so they want to start stacking these Infernal Drakes, get more damage out there, and all that good stuff.
Stripes? Got a question. I know Rav, I know you, you've seen it.
Gotta engage.
Oh.
Well, it's going to be a 7-10 split there with that ball going right down the middle, but I tell you what doesn't miss is Malzahar's ult, and it hits right on the money. 1 down, Zoe
like you
taken
said,
out
Rav,
of the game.
Easy to execute. Simple, press R.
And another big hook here from Panzer. He lands on the Lilia, who has to go back as well as the they're both back, and he cleans it up with
Yuki.
the Space Aids, the new pandemic-like ability that Malzahar could use, whatever name you want to call it, the China AIDS or whatever, he's able to use it and cleans it up.
I think
Tencent just wrecked you. You're just on a list now, bro.
I think Eri killed her. I think Eri killed Lilia.
Oh wow.
I am pretty sure Eri killed. I think Eri killed Lilia. I think that was what what did it. That was a huge, huge fight win. It pulled out massively. Still, 10 of 11 kills.
We're watching war crimes right now, man. Like,
We're what?
It looks like Uganda out there for heck's sakes. Like
Now,
Some sort of bloody civil war going
Yeah.
on.
I will-
And there's more than
bro, someone should tell the Bonobos that this shit is like they have families. All these guys have families, and this is not. I wanted 3-4 games. I wanted something, bro.
Here's something that I will point out. Some key things to look out for. Ornn is level 12. 2 more, he can start upgrading items. He's definitely going to upgrade Gore Drinker first on the Olaf, as he's the most fed person on their team. That's how they're going to win the game.
Yuki.
Meanwhile, the gold is so much closer. 2,000 gold difference, as opposed to, I'm pretty sure it was like 4,000 or 5,000 at this point in the last game. Still in the Bonobos' favor, but it's much more doable for the Direwolves.
Samira answers the Ornn question. Ornn alts, Samira does the bubble, the shield, whatever, and
Rom does as well.
They got a lot of answers for Ornn. I didn't realize it in the start. I didn't see it. I should have, but
Same here.
Direwolves are in a little situation.
Ornn was available in that game 1. They didn't pick it because Braum had been first picked.
But this is a double. This is a double solution. Last game was a single solution.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they didn't pick the Ornn, they picked the Poppy because they thought Aurelia was going top, not going mid. Because they thought there's so much AD on this team, they're probably going to go for an AP mid laner instead of Aurelia. They were wrong in that, but Ornn here still is a really good choice, in my opinion. An item I do want to see Olaf build as well is Spirit Visage. Because use that MR, survive Lilia, survive Zoe. At the same time, increase the healing from Gore Drinker because the passive of Spirit Visage.
It looks like he's going to go the Sterix gauge as Midnight Game and Dire will start the Baron. What is it, Waff? Looks like there's going to be a big objective take here.
I just don't want them to go quietly in tonight.
Well, they're not.
They're not. They're taking Baron. It is very, very low. They're going to get it. There's not even going to be a massive response.
Good pressure mid.
Great map movement there. Great shot call.
And now look at that, the goal lead.
This is a key moment. If the Direwolves do end up winning, we got to think about who made that shot call at 22 minutes in to go for that Baron.
It seemed like Yuki's leading the way.
If they can come back in that, I want to find out.
Look at this gold lead now, 200. It is negligible at this point. The gold lead is so negligible. We have a game right now. Not to mention, Baron buff is going to be up for the Direwolves, allowing them to pressure more lanes for this dragon that's coming up. Reverse screws up the charge and has to flash out to his safety.
A little bit of a screw up.
Just a little. That's going to be down for 5 minutes.
It's all good though. I think Vincent's taken the foot off the pedal a little bit. He's kind of just
he's letting his team try to carry.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? As he just blows up Panzer, getting caught out isolated.
He's like one of those new Teslas, bro. 0 to 60 in a second. Like just.
Look at this! Look at this!
I like it. I like the decision
Bonobos
here from Sora. He has the Baron buff. He's going to be able to clean through these objectives real fast, and he should be able to get this without a contest. He
Vincent's
really
coming though.
like...
Vincent's hungry, bro. He's got that African hunger for sure.
Well, let's see if Malzahar can get away. And he goes ahead, he lands the silence on him, and then follows up with the ult. This time he has the ult when he does the 1v1, and you can see it doesn't matter. Those 6 kills, it didn't come into effect for Zoe. Malzahar had the ult, he had the minions, he already had done the damage, he did the silence, and he cleaned it up. It's a different story, and not only that, he takes the inhibitor. Here at 24 minutes, these Direwolves, I tell you, Moss has never been such a clear analogy of how these guys just keep sticking around. Sticking around.
It's invasive. It's invasive.
They are sticking around. Now the goal lead is in their favor. Once again, it's kind of negligible. but it's now getting close thanks to that turret getting taken down. You have super minions pushing in the mid lane for the dire wolves. Baron buff is still active for a little bit longer, but now they're pushing out these lanes.
You better put your chin strap on, bro. I think this is gonna get spicy. Like this is gonna get.
Oh man, everyone's got their cup. Everyone's got a check.
I'm strapping in.
On.
Seatbelt on.
All right, let's go.
Like I
Get
need
your
to.
5-point seatbelt on. We got top lane. We got bot lane. Top lane looks like it's gonna be the action.
Here's my solution.
All right.
Samsung actually played a comp like this, where they just picked freaking Malzahar and it was simple to execute. Get him, Yuki.
Simple to execute. Ferris is dead.
Oh! That thresh hook.
Being able to get the pick onto Ferris, so that it was a clear pick off there.
Key thing to keep in mind, Orange 14. And right now, we have a Ceaseless Hunger. That is an upgraded Gore Drinker on the Olaf. Right before he started charging it into the Bonobos bot lane. Right now,
he needs to log himself up in that. He needs to go.
Now here,
60 attacks damage here, and the Ceaseless Hunger here, the upgraded Gore Drink. That's just wild. Extra health, extra base healthy regen.
He is the engine for this team. Let's be honest here, right? Yuki is 100% the engine in this. Soranaga is actually doing really well, like being quick on the ult, just locking people down, allowing Panzer to actually make clean hooks. Like, it's...
Not only that, now that he has Demonic Embrace, now he has Leandri's Anguish, he now has so much DOT that it's just going to be devastating for anyone that gets caught in the ult, especially if they're squishy. And that's who, and there's no true tank on this team. Braum is like the tankiest one. And
well, when I'm keep going.
And it's just Sora is now online. Vayne is still getting there. Yuki's been online. And now Reverse is utilizing these ornaments to start.
No, we don't want that. You guys don't want what's in door number 1, trust me.
Absolutely, Thresh deciding not to, and he's going to go ahead and lay the ult down. That's 3 people on him. Malzahar is going to try to come up, and that's right, he's being able to take out, but
very wet.
Kill back. It's a 1-for-1 right now.
Very wet. What do you got?
Very wet. He's got all kinds of damage onto Vincent. He's going to go ahead and flash out, but that's not going to be locked in. You have it very wet. Who's going nuts? He's cracked, boys.
He hit Vincent.
He's going crazy.
Vincent got hit with the Orin ultimate. He's super low. He is super low.
Let your wings fly.
Meanwhile, Olaf getting all kinds of damage here at the top. You got minions flooding to the Bonobos base. There's 2 of them. They're going to head back, but they keep charging. The dire wolves are not taking no for an answer. There was no silver bullet for them this game. The Bonobos are going to try to stop this. They're going to try to get whatever silver that they can. Sword, shield, helmet,
the Vayne!
dagger. What do they got?
Condemn!
This is Pokemon, bro. Sword and shield.
They're going. They almost got it. And they're gonna be able to. This single shot.
Attack the next.
Yuki.
Just one shot.
Yuki's doing whatever he wants.
Target it. And it froze. It's gone. It's gone. I believe that's the end of the game. I believe that was it. It froze.
Let me undo my seatbelt. Let me undo my seatbelt. It's getting a little tight.
Oh, what an end. I can't believe that.
Foot off pedal, nukes Thresh. That's exactly right, chat.
I
said it. Foot off pedal, and then he nukes him.